What's up, VC? Dave here again. Vinyl Tag 2020. Doing this specifically for John at the Digital Gramophone because he's a little irked over the rat race to get these in. So here we go. Brought to you by a lovely beverage in my self-evident koozie. Great band from Minneapolis. DP on the back for Double Plus Good Records and or Double Penetration, whichever you prefer. So the list, always long, 20 questions. My God, do we really have to answer 20 goddamn questions? I suppose we do. So, number one, best find of 2019. Not an easy question for me. I found some killer stuff this year, as you've seen in my videos if you pay attention. And this one was one that the tax return went to help a friend of Teddy's from Eat Sleep Vinyl. He was kind enough to reach out to me, one of just a handful of us that was able to get a crack at this collection that was just mind-blowing. And this is just one of the records I got, but it is the best one and the rarest record I now own. And that is Sun Ra and the Myth Science Orchestra, The Nubians of Plutonia. This is a 1969 original pressing on El Saturn Records in the shrink, in dead mint condition. Good luck finding one of these. This is all of the holiest of grails right here. Question 2. Favorite album in 2019. I just did my top 10 of 2019 video, so this would be no surprise. Tinariwen, Amajar on the Wedge label. Talked about this extensively in a couple of videos. You've got Warren Ellis here. You've got Stephen O'Malley from Sun with these guys, nomads from the Sahara in Africa, recorded in Morocco. All out amazing record. The guitars on this, stellar. Album of the year, easily, and an impeccable recording. Pristine. Novelty record. I don't mix comedy with music. You can fuck off with that question. Number 4, and cover that pays homage. I think this has been shown, but it's the only one I could think of as well. Boris Akuma no Uda. Of course, paying homage to the Nick Drake cover of similar ilk. Great Boris record. Got to see them this year. Holy shit. Number 5, great B-side or deep cut. Best B-side song maybe ever. Soft Heat Miser, Cop and Speeder. Great band from Portland. Open side to Busted Lip. One of my favorite songs ever. 1994 Frontier Records. Check out that track. What a driving song, just wicked. Number 6, Something Funky. Gotta go with Donald Byrd. Street Lady, Blue Note. All kinds of funk on this. All kinds of funk. Shelf buddies that are strange or weird. Well, yeah, these two. You got Butthole Surfers, Locust, Abortion Technician, an OG. Weird ass fucking cover. Even fucking weirder back cover. And then it's sitting next to Cave-In Antenna. This is an original. And this is like their effort to be a commercial band and tour with Foo Fighters and all that. And this is an amazing fucking album. And I wish they would have kept going down this path, but they chose to go back to the screamo hardcore shit, and they failed miserably. those are kind of weird albums to have next to each other. Butthole Surfers is its own element, and then Cave In's commercial effort. Next question, band I've seen live. As I've talked about, best show I saw this year was OC's up in Carborough at Cat's Cradle. Mind-blowing. There's footage on one of my videos, and so it's fitting I show their live record from San Francisco in 2015 at the Chapel. This comes with a DVD and a CD. This is highly recommended. This is maybe the best live record I have, and I have a lot. This is, whoa. If you want to know what that experience was like for me, get this and find out for yourself. Next question. Wish I had an OG, but I have the repress. This is one of the top 5 albums of all time. Anything. 9 Inch Nails, The Fragile. This is a triple disc from 2017. I would love to have an OG of this just to compare. Happy to have this. I got the CD. The CD is great. This is all kinds of masterpiece. Love to have an OG. I don't even know any. I don't know if I've ever seen one or if anybody's had one. A discography I own. I've got all the Lungfish, all the Pile, and all the Pelican, and this is Pelican's newest record. And I have everything Pelican, right down to all of it. 7 inches, fucking everything. This is their new album, Nighttime Stories, on red vinyl, on Southern Lord. So this is the newest release. Instrumental, heavy, gloriousness from Chicago. Filmed a show for them in Chapel Hill. Made a DVD, it's killer. Number 11, a Unique Center label. Love the Black Saint label, I've shown it a ton, but I really like their OG labels, even before the color label. This is an OG in the Shrink, Billy Harper, Black Saint, and really dig the label, this black and white label with the half head on it. Dope. So that's that question. What's next? Because there's so many goddamn questions. A pre-band. I'm going to also go back to Heat Miser. This is an OG of Mike City Sons in the Shrink. This was Elliott Smith's band before he went solo and went big time. This is on Virgin Records, Cavity Search, 96. One of my favorite bands ever. Heat Miser, fucking underrated. Next, musical book or movie. This one is fantastic. Very important book. From Glennie Friedman. It's a photo book. This is the expanded 2nd edition of Fugazi, Keep Your Eyes Open. This is fucking fantastic. Chronicles their career in here. There's just tons of photos, a lot of photos from gigs, a lot of them from New York City. A friend of mine, Charlie, was literally friends with these guys. He was in a band, Moon Mullins, in that scene back in the day. And he was standing on stage at the famous show at the White House. I was hoping that photo, I have that photo. I was hoping he was in this book, but it's not. Of Charlie, but Charlie Shear. He's a fucking great guitarist, singer in his own right. This is an important band, maybe one of the most important of all time, because they literally spawned, in my opinion, the B-Core label in Barcelona, Spain, which has given me endless amounts of amazing music. Fugazi on its own is unreal, and then they put out their entire live performances, all recorded to soundboard, out there available on the internet that I've downloaded. Probably 30 of their shows. Killer. Next question, underrated album. Easy answer. Disasterati from Minneapolis. This is Cerebral Hack Artist. Grab this. This is on Learning Curve Records from 2012. This is intense, fucking amazing shit. I think they broke up recently, but great album. Rolling Blackouts, track 1. Check out the video. One of the bands that still made fucking cool ass videos. It's on YouTube, I am sure. Artist with a good batting average. I talked about this. This is probably the best rock record of the year. Pile, Green and Gray. Every album gets better and better and better and better. It's unbelievable how fucking good these guys are. Scott's band from Lunchbox, the owner of Lunchbox Records, got to open for these guys up in Carborough at Cat's Cradle. I missed that show, but Pile, amazing batting average. Same album, different cover. One I just picked up, thought I'd never seen it, and I already had it. Hal Galper, Speak with a Single Voice. This is the 82 Enya release, and it's got Now Hear This on here, which he did an album with Hino and Tony Williams, which is the original. This is a later lineup with the Brecker Brothers, Bob Moses on drums, Wayne Dockery on bass, and this is live from Rosie's in New Orleans. Well, I already had the album on Century Records, a different cover with an extra track. So I believe this is the American version, as this is the German version. So who knew? An album that was cheap that's now worth a lot of money. Couldn't think of anything, but I will show an album that was very cheap that is worth a lot of money. I got this out of the dollar bin at Repo Records. It's an original stereo pressing of Everybody Digs Bill Evans. Goes for like $300, easy. Dollar bin. Kidding me. Riverside. Favorite drummer. This one is a no-brainer. That's Tony Williams. This is the album Spring on Blue Note. Thought I was getting a stereo press. It is indeed a Liberty Mono. Not an OG Mono, but a Mono, nonetheless. Very killer. Album turning 20 in 2020. At the Drive-In, Relationship of Command. Fucking another one in my top 5 records, up there with the Nine Inch Nails. Talked about this extensively. Turning 20. Gotta be fucking kidding me. 3 solid albums back to back. One I just completed the trilogy of would be the Cadona albums, which consists of Don Cherry, one of my favorite trumpet players, Colin Walcott, and Nana Vasconcelos. This is the first album. This was VCLT from Teddy at Eat Sleep Vinyl. This is just a spiritual fucking masterpiece. And it just gets better as they go along. Cadona 2 on ECM. All these are on ECM. And Cadona 3 on ECM. That's it. 14 minutes. Under Carlson's time. Peace.